Fork paws midair, steam rising from Tuesday's stew. Office badge on my collar, phone face down, still glowing blue. Tiny jazz moment at lunch, world on mute, heart turned up. Sax sings what I won't say, dreams circle in my paper cup. Tiny jazz moment at lunch, clock hands tapping in time. I chew on duty, spit out doubt, let my drifting thoughts unwind. Down below, cars crawl, delivery bikes cut the lane. Up here, slow sips of coffee, I replay my life like a refrain. If I stood up now, just walk past the exit sign, would the traffic notice? Would the sky look any different this time? Saxophone tracing the question over fries gone cold on a plate. All these side roads in my head, waiting at the light of faith. Door half open, dust in the hallway, your sweater on the chair, still waiting. One loose floorboard, breath on the window, names in the wallpaper, almost gone. Old rooms remember, even when we don't. Faded laughter caught in the curtains. Gentle ache in the quiet corners. I sit where you sat, and the years lean in. Coffee stain ring on the small table. Two chipmunks handle to handle. Photo frames crooked, faces turned sideways. I try to place the moment, lose it again. through thin blinds. Dust floats then settles. You joke half heard, then it slips away. I touch the cold wall, wait for an echo. All that comes back is my own name. Missed call glowing on the screen by the bed. Name I know too well. Buzz fades back into the quiet air. Mug ring on the table from a colder day. Steam from this one climbing up then slipping away. Not everything needs answering now. Let it ring out, let it die down. Some moments ask just to be felt, not fixed, not filed, not held to a vow. Not everything needs answering now. Clock hand dragging through the soft lamplight. Curtain breathing in and out like it's counting my sighs tonight. Your words still folded in an unread thread. Heart wants to rush, but my ribs say rest instead. So I sink in this chair, hear the brush drum circle slow. Every gap between the notes saying you can't let this go. I don't pick it up, I don't chase what's running past. I just sit with the quiet and let this small piece last. Coffee cup cold on the chair, screen face down on the table, like it's choosing not to care. Lamp clicks dark, street hum fades to a sigh. Calendar crowding the fridge, but the numbers just slide by. Tomorrow can wait. Let the world run late. Let the clock miss a beat. Let the plans hesitate in this easy little swing where the night feels safe. Let the last soft chord say, tomorrow can wait. Shoes by the door, tie a knotted heart, exhale. Dishes stacked in the sink, every promise slightly veiled. Band on the record, brushing time in the air. Final chorus leaning back like it's rocking in a chair. All the urgent little voices fading down the hallway now. Every message left unopened, every have to disallowed. We just breathe between the measures, let the gentle rhythm state in the hush after the ending. Yeah, tomorrow, tomorrow can wait. Tomorrow can wait. Coffee cup ring on the counter, pan on the stove still warm, fridge hum singing in the corner, bare feet cool tile calm. One light in the kitchen, plates stacked day done. You'd think this quiet might cut, but it fits me like someone. Jazz in the shadows, soft brushes keeping time. Solitude pulling up a chair, sipping slow with this heart of mine. Steam on the window in circles, leftover spices in the air. I sway between table and doorway like I'm dancing with a missing chair. Now every low piano note feels like somebody's there. I lean on the counter listening to this small forgiving tune. Lonely lost its sharp edges in the glow of this quiet room. Forks rest on the edges, steam curling from the plates. Your hand finds a table center, then drifts away, almost stays. Red wine in a short glass, candle pools along your wrist. You laugh at something small I say, I feel the room lean just a twist. Quiet dinner for two, and the world fades out of view. Every word we never say sits between us anyway. Quiet dinner for two, every heartbeat breaking through. In the glow, in this little room, I swear I almost tell the truth. Waiter moves like a whisper, silver catches in the flame. You trace circles on the linen, spell my history with your name. That tune hums over our shoulder, the bass walking, keeping time. You stir sugar into your coffee, I stir courage into mine. If I reached across tonight, would it scare the magic off? Would the spell turn into daylight? Would we lose this gentle hush? Your eyes hold one more question, I answer with a steady gaze. Let the silence do the talking, let the jazz carry what we can't say. Quiet dinner for two, and the world fades out of view. Every word we never say sits between us anyway. Quiet dinner for two, every heartbeat breaking through. In the glow, in this little room, I swear I almost tell the truth. Coffee ring halo on the table, paper edges curling at the sides, ink stains on my thumb, ideas running mild and wide. Finger snaps count a fragile tempo, piano leans in, asking what I mean. Left hand holding down the daylight, right hand chasing something clean. Little song on a wooden table, scattered notes and a quiet hum. I'm making meaning out of almost nothing, till a small thought slowly comes. Just a bar, just a breath, just a moment, but it feels like more than one. Little song on a wooden table, where the work turns into love. Half-formed chords in the margin, arrows through a scribbled line, muttered words under my breathing, searching for a shape or sign. Finger snaps softer than a secret, keys reply in broken blues. Every tiny change in the voicing feels like choosing what to lose. advances slowly, steam curling off the bowl. Emails face down in my bag, phone turned away just for now. Sunlight resting on the table, spilling gold along my sleeve. Tiny dust motes drifting sideways like they've got nowhere to be. This room, this breath, this slow, forgiving groove. Time leans back in its chair, lets the clock loose. Yeah, even on a busy day, I still find room to breathe. I still find room to breathe. Waiter wipes a quiet circle on the counter by the glass. Traffic hums a distant river, but here the seconds soften, stretch. This jazz just stretches time. Lazy cymbals, gentle swing, stirring thoughts like sugar in, till the sharp edges dissolve. I used to chase each minute like it might run off alone. Now I stir my coffee slowly, watch the ripples come and go. Between the meetings and the margins, hidden spaces I can keep. I hear that rhythm, soft reminder, every heartbeat counts as rest.
Two cups cooling on the table, coat still hanging by the door. You tap a rhythm on the napkin, I know the story, nothing more. Just this steady pulse of now, breathing in and breathing out. We don't have to say it aloud, trust the time, let it count. Just this steady pulse of now. Piano leaning into questions, drums replying soft reply, bass just nodding in the corner, holding up the quiet sky. Just this steady pulse of now, breathing in and breathing out. We don't have to say it aloud, trust the time, let it count. Just this steady pulse of now. isn't completed. Let the little silences fall. Every glance a gentle syncation. Let the night take it all, take it all.
Automatic doors I open, cool air kisses my face. Half-stocked shelves in quiet colors, price tags hanging like days. One cartwheel clicks on the linoleum, single scanner breaks the air. Coffee, bread, and frozen dinners, little choices everywhere. Groove in the aisles, I'm dancing with nothing to prove. Just me and this list, letting my footsteps choose the moves. Ordinary roads, but something tender comes alive. Groove in the aisles, slow heartbeat of a quiet life. Fluorescent halos on the oranges, hand hovers, picks the small. Store brand label, simple lettering, somehow feels like a call. Retros murmur low behind me like horns playing under breath. I tap the handle in a rhythm, tiny solo in my chest. Groove in the aisles, I'm dancing with nothing to prove. Just me and this list, letting my footsteps choose the moves. Ordinary roads, but something tender comes alive. Groove in the aisles, slow heartbeat of a quiet life. I don't need a reason to linger by the tea, comparing peppermint and jasmine like their destinies. Self-check lane blinking softly as if it knows my name. Every beat but gentle backbeat saying, hey, you stayed, you came. You take the left side, fold your knees under you. My book slips page down, I just lean closer. Air tastes like coffee, cooling in small, slow sips. Old lamp, 1 week old, pain in your fingers gold. Say nothing, let the quiet do the talking for us. Slow breathing, shared sofa, I can hear your heart adjust. We're leaning into every little inch of this trust. Say nothing, I already know enough. trumpet in the corner croons through a cracked speaker. That soft familiar tune we never named. Your head finds my shoulder like it always meant to. Clock hums, street fades, time forgets our name. Say nothing, let the choir do the talking for us. Slow breathing, shared sofa, I can hear your heart adjust. We're leaning into every little inch of this trust. Say nothing, your hand finds mine like it's always been there, just waiting. Long sigh, one smile, whole world inside this small space in me. Say nothing, say nothing. pressed on warm keys, coffee rings on the wood. Thumb slips on a chip note, it still sounds good. Pedal squeaks on the downbeat, bench leans, gives a little sigh. You laugh into the late light, ask the room, we alright? Cracks in the chords make the truth ring out. Every scratch, every stumble, what this song's about. If it's a little off center, let it lean, let it sway. All this broken beauty keeps the cold away. Your voice, a frayed suit, threadbare at the seams, slides around the high notes, hits the heart between. Fingers drag across ivory, tiny thunder in the haze, dust dancing in the lamplight, soft halo on your face. It cracks in the chords make the truth ring out. Every scratch, every stumble, what this song's about. If it's a little off center, let it lean, let it sway. All this broken beauty keeps the cold away. You miss the change, keep going. Turn the wrong turn into a run. Turn the wrong word into a smile. Leave the perfect ones undone. If the night falls out of rhythm, we just follow where it strays. Every flaw a little window, letting kindness find a way. The cracks in the chords make the truth ring out. Every scratch, every stumble, what this song's about. If it's a little off center, let it lean, let it sway. All this broken beauty keeps the cold away. First train leaving, windows fog my name in glass. Coats draped over empty seats, slow sway, steel rails hum. Riding this quiet early line, half the world still in a dream behind. Calm determination in my chest, moving on before the city finds its breath. Coffee cooling, ticket folded in my hand. Streetlights fade to pale blue sky. New day, same old unknown plan. Soft reflections in the window, old mistakes in passing road. But every stop we're pulling farther from the weight I used to hold. Clock blinks 12:03. Tiny red eyes in the dark. Curtain breeze in the open window. Midnight sneaks across the floor. Dish in the sink turn picture frames. All the little messes gone quiet. Fridge hum, far car, my own heartbeat. Finally easy, finally light. Let the jazz close the day. Slow hands on the keys, unhurried, every chord says stay. Soft bass walking me toward sleep. Let the jazz close the day. Nothing left to say, just breathing. Let the jazz close the day. Street lamp glow on the ceiling like ripples from another world. Shadows of the blinds keep swaying to a rhythm only I can hear. Pages face down on the table, phone screen dark for the night. I sink into this worn out chair, and everything heavy turns mild. Let the jazz close the day.
Steam in the air, then gone. 2 chip white cups cooling on the table. You read the news, I traced the grain. Let the small talk slip away. Cups cooling together in this quiet weather. We don't have to speak for the moment to stay. Kindness in the spaces between our faces. Jazz in the room gives our silence a name. Soft brush of sleep near mine, your shoulder breeze just a little closer. Trumpet in the corner holds one tender note like it's leaning on our side.
Early night air slips through the frame, lifts that tired curtain edge like it remembers my name. Lamp on low, dust in a slow parade. Page half turned on the table, coffee ring, oh serenade. Hoping a soft jazz mood doesn't raise its voice, just leans in close, lets the small sounds choose tomorrow in the corner, smiling, staying shy, as the brush drums glow so quietly and your shadow passes by. Street hum fades into a gentle sway, ice in a glass keeping time, then melting away. Your sweater on the chair, shoulder folded in, window breath against my wrist, like you just walked in. Hanging in the air, saying later it gets better, without quite going there. Hoping a soft jazz mood doesn't raise its voice, just leans in close, lets the small sounds choose tomorrow in the corner, smiling, staying shy, as the brush drums glow so quietly. Da 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 da. Clock face glowing, hands barely move, steam on the mug, cools while I brew. Curtain lifts a little, night wind takes a taste, one note from the piano just hangs in the space. Let it breathe, let it be. Long pause between what I want and what I receive. This slow jazz patience teaching me to stay, waiting without anger, just listening my time away. Brush on the drum skin like someone sweeping snow. Bass walks 3 steps, then chooses not to go. Street hum far below me, room light soft and thin. Silence keeps on knocking, I keep letting it in. Every held breath, every late reply, every quiet question drifting through the sky. If the night can linger, I can linger too, trusting that the next note knows just when to move. Soft morning light across the wooden floor, mug in my hands, world at the door, steam drawing circles that fade into the air. I take one slow breath, leave yesterday there, steam in the quiet, hard learning how to move slow, not in a hurry. I'll go where this day wants to go, calm in the corners, hope in the lines of my face, steam in the quiet. I'm finding my place. Keys barely talking, just a touch and then gone. Page on the table blank, but it feels like a song. Thoughts drifting upward like ribbons from the cup. I watch them unwind, and still I look up. Steam in the quiet, hard learning how to move slow. I'm not in a hurry, I'll go where this day wants to go, calm in the corners, hope in the lines of my face, steam in the quiet. Windows cracked open, cool air, a gentle sting. It reminds me I can start over again, little by sip after sip, I loosen my shoulders, let the sunlight sit. Chair leans back, I smell slow in the glass. Curtains breathe, lines of light on the floorboard. Shoes half off, newsprint folded, names unread. Clock hands drag, but I'm not fighting them anymore. Let the daylight loose in its color. Let the colors all turn low. I'm too tired to chase that feeling. Soft as the day, let's go. Soft as a day, soft as a day, let's go. Radio hush, horn moans low from the kitchen. Steam curls up from a cup gone almost cool. Phone face down, some old plan left unanswered. Still this quiet fits my skin like something true. Noise fades to a murmur through the window. I sink slow, deeper in this heavy coat of calm. Nothing left but the sway of my own breathing and this rhythm holding me right where I am. Whoa. Single chair facing that window. Glass holds the gray of the morning. Cars drift past like I'm not here at all. Hands in my pockets, shoes barely touching the rug. Steam from a mug going nowhere, same as me, suspended in the hush. I just sit in this chair by the window. Let the world move on outside. All that motion, all that meaning, I slide to the side. I don't chase any sign, any symbol. Let the traffic draw the lines. I just sit in this chair by the window and fall out of time. That slow jazz hums near the floorboards. Bass walks soft under my feet. Piano paints little half-finished thoughts. Blink and a bus turns a corner. Blink and a kid drops her coat. Somebody laughs on the sidewalk. It fades before it reaches my throat. Maybe I'm missing my moment. Maybe this moment is it. Breathe in between every heartbeat, letting the daylight do all the work. My jacket hangs from the backrest like someone about to arrive, but the door never opens, and somehow that keeps me alive. I just sit in this chair by the window. Let the world move on outside. All that motion, all that meaning, I slide to the side. I don't chase any sign, any symbol. Let the traffic draw the lines. I just sit in this chair by the window and fall out of time. Sky turns blue to deep gray, coffee going cold. I trace the rim, watch steam give up and fade. Neon on my wrist, tiny trembling ghost. I lean on the rail, let the city fill my lungs. Between day and night, where the clocks lose count, I just breathe, I just sway in this almost silent sound. Between day and night, when the edges slip, I let the city hold me till time loosens its grip. Cars slide under bridges like memories half remembered. A siren in the distance bends around the beat. Your name in my pocket creased on a folded note. I don't read it, just feel the paper heat. Between day and night, where the clocks lose count, I just breathe, I just sway in this almost silent sound between day and night. When the edges slip, I'll let the city hold me till time loosens its grip. Streetlight flickers once like it's changing its mind. I do the same thing, staring at my hands. If morning never comes or comes a little late, I'll still be swaying here between the seconds we made. Between days, between days, between days. One lamp, tired halo, dust floating in its circle. Your book slips from your fingers. Words can wait till tomorrow. Let the last slow phrase take the weight from your eyes. Every note says stay, while my hands say good night. This is where we stop, where the questions slide away. Let the last slow phrase lay you down, let it play. Curtain breeze with the night air, street noise softened to a mumble. Clock hands leaning on each other. Even time starts to stumble. I don't chase the ending, I lean into the hush. All that's left is breathing and this gentler hush on hush. cup on the table, ring of heat on the wood, coat on the chair like you meant to come back soon. Ceiling light humming half dim, clock hands dragging through the gloom. This small loneliness sits down by my side like it paid for this seat on the slow evening line. Trumpet from somewhere down the corridor of night, just this small loneliness and the train rolling by. Headlights slide over wallpaper, then go. Distant brakes scrape metal, fading low. I talk to the kettle, it sighs, then turns cold. Horn in the hallway air, soft as someone thinking of me. Not asking questions, not trying to leave, just tracing circles around what I can't quite say. This small loneliness sits down by my side like it paid for this seat on the slow evening line. Trumpet from somewhere down the corridor of night, just this small loneliness and the train rolling by. Even at noon, that desk lamp glows, little island on the table where the coffee ring shows, jazz in the air under subject lines and stats, trumpet in the distance while the inbox stacks. Light pool small, but it's enough. Time stretches thin over all this stuff. I don't chase the spark, I just sit still. Focus comes quiet when the room goes still. Cursor blinks slow over half-thought words. Someone laughs down the hallway, then it all goes blurred. Stapler, pen cap, shadows on the screen. I forget my own breathing, sink down in between. Not a drum roll moment, not a rising wave, just a held soft note I almost let fade. But my hands keep moving while the daylight shrugs and the lamp keeps shining on these little jobs. Lip of the glass by the bedside, fingerprints fog in the half-dark. One slow sip, clock hums louder than my heart. Curtain barely holding back the moon. Old book face down on the floor, ice gone to memory. Room asking nothing more. This is the last glass before midnight, cool against the heat of my day. Let the silence fill the spaces where the words all walked away. This is the last glass before midnight. I can feel the edges fade. I'm not chasing any answers, just letting today behave. Piano in the other room breathing, single notes, then long delay. Little echoes on the drywall, like they're tucking time away. Phone face down, pulse finally quiet. Shadows stretching over my knees. I swallow what's left of the daylight and set the circle free. All the almost said and half done things, stacked like dishes in the sink. But the water's clear, so am I. In this moment on the brink, I raise the glass to the ceiling, to the dust, to the scuffs, to the ache, to the soft unfinished stories. I'll fold them when I wake. This is the last glass before midnight, cool against the heat of my day. Same cup, gone cold on the right, pages leaning into the night. Little circle of gold on the desk, barely bright. Room off center, but my breathing feels right. Lamp still on and I'm not done yet. Thoughts have formed, I let them rest. Slow hand on these keys, I forget how long I've been here. With a lamp still on. Chair creaks like it knows my name. Margin notes all saying the same. I trace the grain in the wood, lose the frame. Tiny ticking of a clock, playing its own game. Lamp still on and I'm not done yet. Thoughts have formed, I let them rest. Slow hand on these keys, I forget how long I've been here. With the lamp still on, I don't chase the answer, I just circle it wide. Let the questions wander, take the scenic side. If morning finds me in this quiet blue, I'll be right here, thinking halfway through. Turnstile clicks, platform hums along. Cold bites, but it sharpens every line of my path on time by design. Swing at the station, footsteps falling in time. Every stride syncopation, little groove in a grind. Let the morning unwind. Swing at the station, calm intention in my mind. today. Rain darkens the street, same cracked line, same leaning mailbox, only wetter this time. Coats pass in pieces, just shoulders and shoes. Faces stay hidden like half-faded news. Footsteps in the rain, then they're gone again. Just a tap, a splash, little ghost of a name. I'm here with the groove and it's here with the pain. Nothing to confess, just footsteps in the rain. Coffee cup cooling, ring on the table. Drip from the awning keeps counting the cable. Taxi light flickers, then slips out of frame. Bottles keep talking, but they don't say my name. Footsteps in the rain, then they're gone again. Just a tap, a splash, little ghost of a name. I'm here with the groove and it's here with the pain. Nothing to confess, just footsteps in the rain. I used to chase every echo, try to follow it home. Now I let them all wander through this 4-bar zone. Lonely isn't tragic, it's a code I know. Hang it by the doorway when it's time to go. Footsteps in the rain, then they're gone again. Just a tap, a splash, little ghost of a name. Nothing to confess, just footsteps in the rain. Footsteps in the rain. Coffee cup ring on the table, sun slipping down the back fence. Shadows leaning long on the hardwood. Dust in the air starts to dance. Slowly the day lets go, breathing out, breathing low. Every little thought moves quiet, like a slow exhale, slow exhale. Let it go, let it go. Screen door click, then silence. Ice in a glass, soft chime. Bare feet pressed to cool tile. Clock hands dragging through time. I watch the light climb the wall, then fall, one deep breath, and it takes it all. Name by name I release the weight, not today. It can wait. Window cracked a little, curtain barely moves. Street lamp on the corner, soft gold in the room. Tea gone cold beside me, clock face turned away. Nothing I've been chasing has somewhere left to stay. Still night, steady heart, I'm right where I am. Quiet peace in the dark, I'm holding my own hand. Still night, steady heart, I don't have to understand. Shadows on the ceiling drift and disappear. Every old decision finds a place in here. Name I never mention, thoughts I never share. Set them on the table, let them breathe the air. Still night, steady heart, I'm right where I am. Quiet peace in the dark, I'm holding my own hand. Still night, steady heart, I don't have to understand. All the ifs, all the almost, all the leaving, all the ghosts. Pull a chair, let them sit. Pour a glass, that's all of it. Still night, still night, still night. coffee gone cold. Your chair stays empty, but the room feels full. I fold the napkin, tuck in my hands, quiet like porcelain that's learned how to stand. Quiet is still here, holding up the ceiling. Every slow breath teaching me to feel it. Strength in the silence, softness that won't disappear. The loudest thing in the room is knowing quiet is still here. Curtains barely breathing, night at half-mast. Your name on my tongue, but I let it pass. I trace the table grain, let the moment drift, tender but tempered, a gentle kind of lift. Quiet is still here. Shadows slide across the floor, slow as a second cup of coffee. You tilt your chair, tap one foot like you've been here all year. This jazz bends time just a little to the side, horn breathing in my ear like it's heard all my excuses. Daylight changing, never asking for permission. It just moves and I move with it. Dust on the bar, gold in the glass, even the clock seems half asleep. I catch my face in the window, older in the brighter part of the frame. You laugh at something I don't catch, and the room leans toward evening. Cartwheels clicking fours over tile, over tiny storms of dust. Cereal colors watching, soft hum riding above us. You read labels like poems, I count cans like tiny drums. A peach rolls loose, slow motion, we laugh before it ever comes. Everyday jazz in the grocery line, little blue notes in the barcode shine. Nothing special, nothing grand, just your hand on the side of the stand. Ordinary air, breathing in time, everyday jazz, and it feels just fine. Automatic doors exhale cool air on your cotton sleeves. Shopping list half folded, ink smudge where your thumb still leaves. You sway by the avocado. Under breath, you snap once at the register like a tiny solo. Then you rest. Everyday jazz in the grocery line, little blue notes in the barcode shine. Nothing special, nothing grand, just your hand on the side of the stand. Ordinary plastic bags like paper chimes, swinging soft in quarter time. Lonely light above the bread, halo on your sleepy head. No big story, nothing wild, just this aisle, this quiet mile between the tea and mandarin jam. I'm as steady as I am. Fluorescent bulbs fades to a gentle hum. Stacks of paper lean like tired friends. Ties half loosened, screens dim to gray. Coffee ring halos dry on the desk. Between work and rest, where the hours blur slow, I count each breath and learn to let it go. That quiet swing says you did enough today. Between work and rest, I let the weight fall away. hands whisper over my shoulder, inbox blinking, then giving up the fight. Shoes on the carpet, bag by the door, rain in the distance, no rush tonight. Every small mistake falls off the measure. Every heavy thought slides off the beat. I straighten my back, then sink in the sea, just floating between the push and the release. I jog to the hallway, jacket in hand, see the silver door slide. One step too slow, they kiss shut easy, my face in the steel, half grin, half sigh. Between floors I find a little breathing, missed my ride but the rhythm's on my side. Let the second hand swing like a pendulum, nothing broke, just a change in time. Between floors I lean into the waiting, let the quiet rearrange my day. What I thought I needed rushing toward, jazz walks in and takes its place. Piano in my pocket, tapping the change, thumb keeps slapping the offbeat rail. Fluorescent hum keeps humming its tune. I sway with the walls, let the hurry exhale. Some doors close soft like this, not a verdict, just a cue. I laugh low, hear the chords all turning. What I missed makes room for something new. Mug on the table, steam drawing circles, lampshade golden, shadows growing longer, calendar corner, one page curling, clock hand slowing, street noise turning distant. This soft ending, nothing left to prove tonight. Just this breathing in and out of borrowed light. Let it all fall, every heavy little thought. This soft ending calm, where all the answers stop. Shoes by the doorway, keys in a small glass bowl, screen face down now, silence taking control. Old coat on the chair back, faint scent of rain and smoke, deep yawn, loose shoulders, words we never said, let them go. Let the questions stack like unread mail. We can sort them when the sky turns pale. For now, just the rhythm of your chest, my chest, final chord hanging, then settle in to rest.
Typed your name, then backspaced it. Watch the cursor blink like a heartbeat. Coffee gone cold on the side of the screen. Your face in my head, still soft, still green. This message stays unsent. Let the silence say it. If the feeling's heaven sent, I don't have to display it. Some thoughts drift through like late night trains, unsent but understood. I just watch them pass again. Dot, dot, dot. Then I kill the line, rewrite the past in my private mind. You don't need this half-formed I just nod to it as it slips through. I see the words and let them go. Some doors stay closed to keep us whole.
Key on the counter, shirt on a chair, bag by the doorway, I just leave it there. Tied like a question mark, curled on the floor. Days still stuck to me as I lock the door. Shoes by the door, day on the rug. Let the tired in me sink, let the cushions hug. Lights turn low, world turn thin. Jazz wraps the eight, tucks the evening in. One lamp glowing, round yellow moon. Fridge door humming, old quiet tune. Ice in a short glass, clinks then rests. Heart finds a downbeat, soft in my chest. Windows are painting, streets far away. Clock moves in halftime, slurring the day. Couch holds my shadow like it always knew. I've got nothing left but this room and you. Rain taps the pavement, uneven count, crooked rhyme. Streetlight halos on the puddles. You fall in step with the time. Sidewalking 4 or 5 times. Every footstep finds a line. Let the loose swing carry your mind. Shoes slow down and the night, the night exhales. Steam from the grates curl like a trumpet phrase. Windows glow soft amber. Someone laughs 3 doors away. Bills in your pocket, buzz in your phone. All of it softens like notes have blown. You hum with the traffic, you lean on the air. Nothing to fix tonight, just be there.
Towel on the chair, light on dim, water tracing every limb, steam on the mirror, world turned small, breathe in, breathe out, let it all fall. Let it go, let it loosen every knot, every bruise and all the weight you've been choosing to hold. In and out, easy breathing, all the rush, slowly leaving as the warm water washes the cold. Tiles hum softly, glass rims ring, slow drip keeping its own swing. Piano in the next room, barely there, same pace as your lungs in the air. jaw unclenched, whole day finally ends. Bubbles at the surface, tiny moons rising, breaking, vanishing soon. Shoes rest by the door, laces loose, one heel turned like it's waiting for my mind to catch up. Coat still on the chair, keys in a glass. Rain writes its long, slow sentence on the glass. Staying in can be brave, letting all that noise pass by. Heavy shut outside my window, I just watch it rolling past the sky. Staying in can be brave, I'm allowed to change my mind. I breathe in the quiet, breathe it out, and I'm still on my side. This jazz hums softly, brushes circle in time. Piano picks out small answers between the lines. Lamp throws a halo over unread pages. My heart, for once, refuses to perform. Staying in can be brave, letting all that noise pass by. Every shoot outside my window, I just watch it rolling past the sky. Staying in can be brave, I'm allowed to change my mind. I breathe in the quiet, breathe it out, and I'm still on my side. All those nights I pushed my bones through the door on an empty smile. Tonight I tell the mirror, you're enough, just here, just like this, for a while.